Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we're going to do an evening tasting and a keto tip for you today. So, if you're just tuning in, welcome. And if you've been tuning in for a while to my page, I want you to know something. Normally, I do a 2 o'clock tasting and a keto tip, or a 3 o'clock tasting and a keto tip. And sometimes I have to be adaptable, and depending on what's going on in our weekend or our weekday, I have to have high EQ, and I had to do that today. So really quick, when you're tuning in or wherever you're tuning in from, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. How's your day going? I had the opportunity to go to a women's conference about an hour away with my mom and a friend and her mom. And so we went. It was amazing. We went yesterday. We went today. We got to listen to some incredible, powerful speakers. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. And I'm so filled up. I'd love to teach you all about it, but I'm not going to do that today. So I'm going to shake up some ketones that you've never seen before, that I've never shaken up as far as on the 2 o'clock tasting and keto tip. And I'm going to give you a keto tip to go on into tomorrow and then a new week. And so I hope that you are adaptable with me. Thank you for being adaptable. If you expect me to come on at 2 or 3, or even like this morning. So for those of you who go through the morning books every morning, the morning mindset, I hop on usually around 7:30 Central. And I left super early this morning. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a picture. It's part of being adaptable, right? And so it's something that I learned at a young age from my parents working in the medical field, is we always had to be adaptable depending on their schedules. My mom and I were just talking about that. And then just kind of life and our personal life with my husband and myself, we just have to be adaptable in our home and with our job and the things that we do. So I'm pretty great at it, but I know some people like structure and routine. So if you have expectations of me being on a certain time and I failed your expectations, I just want to apologize and say, I'm going to help you work on your AQ. And so adaptability. So anyways, as you're tuning in, we're going to dive into how do we prepare? How do we prep? How do we have a successful week? Whatever success looks like to you, but in general, a broad term on your food, or just preparing for your week in general to have good success on your health journey. So every day my goal is to come on and I'm going to shake up some ketones. I've been doing it for a while. I'm going to share with you why I drink ketones. And then I also am going to give you some type of keto low carb tip to help you on your journey. So I do have 2 winners. I'll actually make sure to post them in the comments of Mom Fuel. We have a Heather Matthews. I should have wrote them down. I have them like on a little sheet of paper. Heather Matthews and, what's her name? Sandy Mora, Mora. So we've got Heather Matthews and Sandy Mora. You won Mom Fuel. You won a trial kit of my Mom Fuel. If you don't know what this is, I'll talk about it in a second, but I just need you to send me your address. And in order to go into the next drawing, all you have to do is 2 things. Number 1, press the share button below and let me know that you shared. So say, hey, I shared. I want to give you something else to do because I love it when you talk back to me as I'm sharing with you. So talk back. So for example, I'm going to give you a moment. I'm going to ask you a question, then you can share with me in a second. So here's what I'm shaking up. It's called a Nat Light. I've never shaken this up here during my keto tastings and my keto tip. So as I'm shaking this up, I'll tell you what it is. It looks different than like a normal, I call it Mom Fuel. You guys want to see something so cute? Oh my goodness, I forgot I got this. But I usually have been shaking these up. I've been drinking them for 6.5 years. I call it my Mom Fuel. Puts me in ketosis in under an hour. I love everything about it. It is a tool, not a magic pill. We have so many different flavors, and it's really brain fuel. Ketones turn on your brain. They help you with fat loss, energy, focus, better mood, better sleep. So many benefits. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. I need all of your participation. Who at the end of dinner time, we just had roast out of the crock pot for supper. Do you say dinner or supper? I think I say both. But anyways, after dinner, after supper, Who craves something sweet? Like, do you feel like I should have a dessert? I should probably have something that curves my cravings. I just need a little something. I just need a little something. Is anybody ever like that? I really want to show you something so cute that I found. It's right here. Hold on. Oh, maybe it's not this. Oh, yeah, maybe it is this. Anyways, okay. So if that's like you, so oftentimes people go, Stephanie, how many ketones do you drink a day? Why do you drink ketones? Well, I've been drinking I promise I'm going to get to planning and preparing for my week. I promise. I've got some very strategic ways for you to help prep your week. Look what I found at this women's conference I went to. So as I'm drinking ketones, I drink one in the morning, and then you can drink 1 or 2 a day. Everybody's a little different. But you guys, if you follow me, you know I always say, Mom fuel, drink my mom fuel. I've got to drink my mom fuel. I love it. It's changed my life. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I drink ketones. I have for a long time. But look at this cute mug that I found. Well, my mom actually found it for me. See it? Isn't that cute? So I had to have it. I'm not a coffee drinker. Sometimes I'll drink some tea, but I'll drink something in this mug because I needed it. So anyways, I thought that was cute. All right. So I have something a little different. It is a half pack. It's a half pack of ketones. And so there's no caffeine. These come in caffeine or caffeine free. Why would somebody want to drink a half pack of ketones? I should have brought the whole bag in for you to see. But it is a bag. It's got 4 different flavors, and it is a half pack of caffeine-free ketones. Why do people drink these? I actually have a lot of people that drink them in the evenings after supper time to help them not go eat the cookies, to help them get out of the kitchen, to help curb their cravings at night. Some people actually mix these little packs to have an extra boost of ketones with another pack. So sometimes people mix them. This bag actually says parent approved. So that is completely up to you as the parent. So I often get asked, do my kids drink ketones? It's completely up to you as a parent. What I have to tell you, because I'm not a doctor or scientist, I have to say, always check with your doctor. You can always give them a little packet. If you understand ketones and the power of the brain and you're the parent, it's completely up to you. But there's a cool little bag. It's a little bag that has, I should have brought it in. Amelia, come here. Sorry, that's my oldest. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So anyways, I'm shaking one up, and most people, can you get me the bag that has the whole bag on the whole bag? Yeah. Okay, so a lot of people like to drink them in the evening so they're not eating that extra sugar, right? They sit down, they watch a movie with their family, they're not snacking, but they're just drinking something that's going to still give them ketones, help them with their appetite. Ketones actually help with sleep. Ironically, it gives you energy throughout your day. It's so interesting. Here's what I want you to know. If you are seriously curious about my mom fuel, I have a super cool app called PRUVIT TV. It's free. Thank you. It's a free app. You can download it, PRUVIT, PRUVIT TV, and you can see a ton of research. So all I'm going to say, and this is what the bag looks like. Isn't this cute? Yeah. So it comes in a bag, and it's got lemon lime, orange sun, strawberry jams, and Giddyup grape. So it's a fun bag, half pack of ketones. People either mix them with their other ones, or they take them in the evenings, or even in the afternoon if they just don't want to snack on something. It's just really sweet, helps curb your cravings. They're great. So that's what I'm shaking up. Here's the deal. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, just post 5 in the comments. You and I are going to chat. Continue to tune in every single day. I shake up different flavors and chat about them. If you want to go into a drawing, press the share button below, and then I'm going to put your name into a drawing for tomorrow. Now here is your keto tip. Are you ready? I love the grape, by the way. Reminds me of being a kid. All right, here is your keto tip. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I'm going to say it again. You should write this down, and you should put it on your refrigerator. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What does that mean? That simply means if you are not going to take a little bit of time, sometime during the weekend or whatever day works for you, to sit down and plan your meals for the next week, you're going to find yourself going through the drive-thru, probably grabbing snacks that you don't want to grab, just not making the best choices that you want to make that are going to help you on your keto journey, right? If you don't have foods in your house, if you aren't planned with whether you need ketones or electrolytes, or maybe you just need to make sure you're drinking your water, or maybe you just need to make sure that you're going to the gym. Whatever the case may be, if you're not going to take time to plan, then the likelihood of you meeting your expectations or meeting your goals for the week falls way down here. Why? If you don't have things laid out, it's easy to go through the drive-thru, walk into the gas station, grab things on the go, eat the sugary snacks because you need something quick and you just don't think about it. So I've got 4 steps for you to help you, whether you do it tonight, whether you do it tomorrow. I usually plan on Sundays. Is there a day of the week that you plan for the rest of your week? Sunday to me is we go to church and then we come home and we take inventory and we figure out what we're going to have for the rest of the week. And so here's what I do. Here's your 4 step. It's very simple, and yet the key is to do it. The key is to take action. Number 1, take inventory. Whether it's tonight or tomorrow, I want you to go through your refrigerator, go through your cupboards, go through your freezer, and go, what do I have? What can I already use? And take inventory. We have so much meat that I probably don't have to go to the grocery store for 6 months on meat. But we bought a cow and we've got a whole bunch of stuff. And we go to Costco, buy in bulk. So I already have all the meat, right? Number 1 is take inventory. I wrote this out in the comments of the video. Number 2, you're going to actually sit down and go, okay, with my inventory of what I have, what am I going to make? We can have a pot roast. We can grill burgers. The girls love chili. So what are you going to have on your menu? So number 1, take inventory of what you already have. Number 2, you got to plan what you actually want on your menu for the week. Number 3, you're going to actually go to the grocery store sometime before your crazy hectic week starts. You've got to go and do the shopping, right? Make your list, go to the store, get what's only on the list, and then come home. That's the hardest part. Get what's only on the list, right? And then the number 4th is prepare or prep. Some of you have to prep for all of your lunches. If you do it on a Sunday, some of you prep and make all the chicken, or you brown all the hamburger, or you have it all laid out in the freezer, or you have to unthaw some meat to make sure you have it ready for the whatever it is, right? If I need a crock pot meal for Monday, then I've got to make sure I've got it in the refrigerator to throw in my crock pot on Monday. I've got to do it Sunday night. So once you get into this routine of preparing and planning, it will become a habit, right? You've got to do things so often before you create a habit, and you just naturally do it. On Sundays, I'm like, got to look in the freezer. What are we going to have for our meals? Do I have to go to the grocery store? I'm going to have to plan and prep. We are at home all the time, so my day looks different than yours. I'm not going to an office. My kids aren't going to school. I need to have a lot of food in the house because we work from home, we homeschool, we do a lot here, a lot. So we go through a lot of food. And so I just need to make sure I have all of the things, right? And so I know it sounds simple, and yet it's the act of doing it, right? Oh, it's in my head. It's not a big deal. I'll do it the next day. I'll do it on my lunch hour. No. If you really, truly want to have success, if you have goals, who has goals on here? Anybody? Health goals. If you have goals, you need to take this much time throughout the week, and I need you to plan your meals. Take inventory, write out your menu for the week, go to the grocery store, prep whatever needs to be prepped so that you can have a successful week, and you're going to feel great. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel like, yes, accomplished. I did it. I did it. You're going to feel great. I promise. It might feel like a little bit of work in the beginning, but you can do it. Your keto tip today is to take a little bit of time and just plan it out. Ask your family what they want. I'm like, what do you guys want for supper this week? They usually say chili or tacos. They've been asking for crock pot. They've been asking for roasts. So we put that in the crock pot yesterday. Which, by the way, I said I was going to give you guys a whole bunch of crock pot ideas. And then I've realized I just throw roasts in the crock pot. We do chili, super simple. We do roasts. We do chicken tacos, which is just a whole bunch of chicken breasts and some water until I can shred it. And usually taco meat. So, soup. I used to make, and I need to make it for you, but who loves the Olive Garden Zupa soup? I make that in a crock pot, but with cauliflower crumble. You can't even tell a difference. It's incredible. So that one I'll share with you soon. But I posted a link in the I posted a link in the header of this video that has 12, 18, 24 low carb, already ready for you crock pot meals by a resource that I found, and they all look really great. You can always swap a couple things if it doesn't quite meet your qualifying keto options. But as I looked through them, a majority of them were pretty low carb. And so those, I gave you a link, click on them. There's 20 crock pot meals for you to look at. I don't know about you, but if you, like me, are in the season of loving every minute of the busy, athletic children here and there and everywhere, then a crock pot season might be great for you. So, a couple questions. Who plans their meals? And if you do, if you have a really great tip, if you're like, you know what, this really helped me prepare for my week, I need you to share it below. If you have any questions, like ask below. I will get to them. Send me a message. I will send you a message back. But it really helps. It really does help. If your goal is to get healthier, you need to take a little bit of time and plan. So that was your tip of the day. If you're just tuning in, if you're brand new, post new below. If you're wherever you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I forgot to tell you I live in Minnesota, but maybe many of you know that. I shook up my Keto Nat Light, my Nat Light. So I was drinking Giddyup Grape. It's a half pack of ketones. I have a lot of people that just drink them in the evenings to help with nighttime cravings. Some people drink it 30 minutes before bed. It helps ketones, help with sleep. And there's lots of different ways to use them. So this is the bag. This is what it looks like. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, this is what it is. Super cute. Super cute. And they're good. So if you want to go into the drawing for tomorrow's drawing, just press the share button and then let me know that you shared. So say I shared, and then I think that's it. So I have 2 winners from yesterday. It was Heather Matthews and Sandy Mora, M-O-R-A. I need your address. Send me your address and I'll send you some mom fuel. Otherwise, click on the link in the comments to get your crock pot meals, or continue to tune in every single day for a tip to help you on your journey. Now, I'm going to tell you one more thing and then I'm going to let you go. This is so cute. Some of you might have followed me for a long time, right? And so oftentimes people will be like, hey, can you post some new recipes? And I'm like, listen, in a nice way. I don't say like, listen. I say like, listen. In a very nice way. There really only is, there's so many. You don't need 101 keto recipes. Maybe I'm trying to say this. I have so many recipes. Go to ketomomsecrets.com. I share a couple recipes every single day. And if you've been here for years, you're going to see duplicates, because there comes to a point where you're like, you only can make so many things. You've got to decide your favorite meals and then stick with them, right? Some of you get bored way too easily. And so there is a point to where I'm like, you're going to hear me say the same things over and over again. My question is, are you putting what I'm telling you to do into action, right? Some people are like, listen, you've said the same thing. Are you listening? Like, are you really, truly listening? And when you listen, not even to just me, but anybody you follow, the very secret to accomplishing anything is taking action on whatever you're learning. I just went to a 2-day conference. How is it going to change my life? It's not going to change my life by me just looking at my notes and me reading my notes. You want to know what's going to change my life? Is by me listening to all of those women, by me reading the notes. I'm going to go pick my favorite things and I'm going to go, what can I put into my life today? What did I learn? What is something that I can implement today? So as I give you a keto tip every day, if you watched last month, guess what? You're going to get the same keto tips this month. You just might hear it differently. Or maybe you invite your friend because your friend needs to hear it. Or maybe you weren't ready for that tip, but you're ready for it this month, right? It's just a reminder. We need to be, what I learned at this conference, it's not that I didn't know. A lot of it I know. I've grown up in the Christian faith. I have grown up going to church. I was a believer when I was 6 years old. This women's conference, it was incredible. It's called Thrive. I know a lot of it, right? Just like you know how to eat. You know you should put the donut down. You know you should drink more water. You know you should move your body, right? You've probably heard me teaching about intermittent fasting, or, hey, don't eat if you're not hungry. You've probably heard me, and then you have to hear it again. Have you ever heard the saying, I don't know statistics, I don't know. Do you ever wonder, like, when people say, they said it? Oh, they said that you need to drink X amount of water. Oh, they said, and sometimes I go, who's they? Like, who are they? Right? So, for instance, you might be like, who are they? I don't know, but they said. Where am I going with this? Anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. What I want you to know is they said, statistics say, maybe some researcher says it takes me hearing something at least 17 times, 16 to 17 times before it sticks, before I implement it. 16 times. That means you're going to have to be here for 16 months for me to give you a tip a day. And if I go over one tip once a month or 30 tips, but you hear that one tip one time a month, 16 times, you're going to be here a long time before you implement that, right? It's kind of a long time. Anyways, I don't know if that made sense, but all I know is this. I think you are amazing. If nobody told you today how great you are great. You are worthy. You can 100% accomplish your goals if you take what you've been learning and you implement it. If you take action, if you do the work, right? There's no such thing as luck. You don't just get to hope it. I mean, I believe in hope. I believe in faith. I believe in blessings, but I believe in hard work. And so you will be blessed by doing hard work. You're not going to sit and watch me and get lucky and lose the weight. It doesn't work that way. And so you have to put in the work. You've got to have the discipline. You've got to tune in to me or somebody else and read, get your mindset right, be inspired to do the work, right? So, all right, I have been talking your ear off. So if you have any questions, reach out, continue to tune into the page. Thank you for being adaptable. Thank you for not being mean to me, even though I didn't come on at 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock, but I came on it. I don't even know what time it is in the evening. Shook up something new. If you want to know more about my mom fuel, I would love to share. Post 5 in the comments. Otherwise, I appreciate you. You are amazing. You really are. Why? Because God made you, and you are alive, and you are breathing, and you are here for a purpose. So go do what you know deep down you need to do. And that might mean taking care of your health. So, all right. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.